Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, Eagles fans, you know how unpredictable the NFL can be, especially as we approach the start of the season. We've seen it countless times, injuries, surprises, and moments that can completely change the course of a team's season. And right now, there's some news that has everyone talking, especially those who follow the Eagles closely. It's about Landon Dickerson, a guy who's become a cornerstone of Philadelphia's offensive line. A player who was instrumental last year, earning himself a spot in the Pro Bowl not once, but 3 times. That's no small feat in this league, and it speaks volumes about how valuable he is to the Eagles' success. But just a few days ago, things looked a little uncertain. During the joint practice with the Cleveland Browns, things took a turn for the worse when Dickerson suffered a meniscus injury in his right knee. It happened during Sunday's public practice at Lincoln Financial Field, a moment that had everyone holding their breath. The footage was tough to watch, him being helped off the field and then carted to the sidelines, clearly in pain. The immediate concern was whether this injury would sideline him for the start of the season, which, let's face it, would be a huge blow for Philadelphia. Because, let's be honest, losing a guy like Dickerson for even a few weeks could seriously weaken that formidable offensive line that's been a key reason why the Eagles have been so successful recently. Now, here's where it gets interesting and a little surprising. Despite the injury, and just one day after undergoing surgery, Landon Dickerson did something that really shows what kind of teammate and person he is. Imagine this: most players, especially coming off knee surgery, are probably resting, icing, maybe even feeling a little sorry for themselves. Not Dickerson. No, the 3-time Pro Bowler, just a day after the procedure, brought out a cooler of Miller Lights and shared beers with his teammates on the practice field. And not just Eagles players, he also shared with members of the Browns' offensive line. Can you believe that? That's the kind of guy who's not just about football, but about brotherhood, camaraderie, and showing that even in tough times, you stick together. This story spread quickly, of course. NBC Sports Philadelphia's Ashlyn Sullivan captured the moment and posted it on X, highlighting how Landon Dickerson, one day post-surgery, was already back to being that quintessential guy's guy. It's a testament to his resilience and attitude. But make no mistake, this isn't just about beers and camaraderie. It's about the bigger picture, what this injury could mean for the Eagles' season and just how much they rely on him. You see, Dickerson's importance to this team cannot be overstated. Last year, he was ranked as the 13th best guard in the entire league by Pro Football Focus. That's elite. His versatility, strength, and leadership on the offensive line have been crucial in both pass protection and run blocking. His presence at left guard gives quarterback Jalen Hurts more confidence, knowing that he has a reliable anchor up front. And for the Eagles, having a solid offensive line has always been a cornerstone of their success. Remember how they dominated in the trenches last season? That's largely thanks to guys like Dickerson, Jordan Mailata, Jason Kels, and the rest of that unit. Losing Dickerson, even temporarily, would be a serious setback. But here's the twist: despite the injury, the outlook isn't all doom and gloom. The team is optimistic that he could be available for the season opener against the Dallas Cowboys on September 4. That is, if everything goes according to plan in his recovery process. The doctors have considered it a best-case scenario, with Dickerson being considered week to week. That's promising news, especially for a team that's hungry for another deep playoff run and a possible repeat as Super Bowl champions. The Eagles are built to contend, but their success hinges on their health, especially on the offensive line, which has been one of the best in the league in recent years. Now, we should talk a little about the bigger context. The NFC East, as you all know, is one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL. The Cowboys have their own ambitions and a solid roster, and the Giants and Commanders are always lurking, ready to surprise. But the Eagles have set a high standard, and their depth along the offensive line has been a key factor. If Dickerson had been sidelined for an extended period, it could have opened the door for division rivals to gain an advantage. But his quick recovery and the camaraderie he's shown on the practice field send a message. The Eagles are still very much in control of their destiny. Looking ahead, the importance of Dickerson's role in this team is even more evident when you consider the overall offensive scheme. With Jalen Hurts at quarterback, the Eagles want to keep that balanced attack, running the ball effectively with Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown helping in the passing game. The offensive line is the foundation of all that, and Dickerson's presence is a key part of that foundation. His ability to block, his agility, and his leadership make him stand out. And the fact that he's already showing that kind of toughness just a day after surgery proves he's not the type to back down from adversity. The team's coaching staff, of course, is monitoring his progress very closely. They're likely balancing optimism with caution, knowing that rushing him back too soon could be risky. But the fact that he's already sharing beers with teammates, joking around, and showing such a positive attitude says a lot about his mindset. That mental toughness is what separates the good from the great. And it's also a reminder to fans that, even in tough times, the spirit of this team remains unbreakable. So, while fans are anxiously awaiting updates on his recovery, the overall message is clear. The Eagles are resilient. They've built a roster deep enough to handle setbacks, and they're confident that their star guard will be back on the field sooner rather than later. Plus, with the season opener just around the corner, every little bit of good news helps boost morale. The hope is that Landon Dickerson will be out there, anchoring that offensive line, helping Jalen Hurts and the rest of the offense to continue their impressive form from last season. Because, let's be honest, the Eagles are not just playing for the division. They have their sights set on another Super Bowl, and every piece, every player, every moment counts. Now I want to bring you back to that incredible story of brotherhood and resilience. Imagine the scene on that practice field, players from both teams sharing beers, laughing, joking around, even after a tough practice session. That's what makes the NFL special. It's more than just competition. It's about the respect, the camaraderie, and the shared love for the game. And Landon Dickerson, showing up just a day after surgery with a cooler of Miller Lights, embodies that spirit perfectly. It's a reminder that no matter how tough things get, the bond among teammates and the love for the game always find a way to shine through. As we look forward to the upcoming season, the big question remains: how will the Eagles manage without Dickerson if he's out for a little longer? Well, the good news is that they have depth along that offensive line. Players like Jordan Mailata and Jason Kels are veterans with plenty of experience, and they'll be ready to step up if needed. But it's clear that Dickerson's absence, even if brief, would leave a noticeable hole in the middle of that line. His ability to block in both pass and run situations makes him a linchpin of their offensive strategy. And it's not just about the physical aspect. It's about the leadership, the confidence he instills in his teammates. That's why this story isn't just about an injury. It's about resilience, brotherhood, and the unbreakable spirit of the Eagles. It's about how even setbacks can bring out the best in a team. Because if there's one thing we've learned from the Eagles in recent years, it's that they're never out of the fight, no matter the odds. They've shown that time and time again, whether it's coming back from behind in close games or overcoming injuries to key players. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. The Eagles are always looking to improve and adapt. Their coaching staff is known for its innovative approach, and they'll have plans in place to mitigate any potential setbacks caused by injuries. The focus right now is on recovery, maintaining team morale, and preparing for that crucial season opener against the Cowboys. That game, by the way, is more than just a division rivalry. It's a statement game, setting the tone for what could be another playoff-bound season. Now, I want to emphasize how crucial it is for fans like you to stay optimistic and supportive. The NFL is a marathon, not a sprint. Injuries are part of the game, but the way a team responds can define their season. The Eagles have shown time and again that they're capable of overcoming adversity, and their locker room is filled with players who have that fighting spirit. Landon Dickerson's attitude, his willingness to share beers and camaraderie just a day after surgery, is a perfect example of that resilience. It's a lesson for all of us. No matter how tough life gets, you can find strength in brotherhood and in pushing forward. So, as we get closer to the start of the season, all eyes are on the Eagles and their star guard. Will he be ready for that first game? Will he be healthy enough to protect Jalen Hurts and help carry that offensive load? And what does this say about the team's mentality? It's clear that they're not just a team of talented players, they're a family, and family sticks together through thick and thin. That's what makes the Philadelphia Eagles so special and why they're always contenders. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe Dickerson will be ready for the season opener? How important do you think he is for the team's prospects this year? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. We're in this together and the best is yet to come. Let's keep that passion alive, and as always, fly, Eagles, fly.